18 months after failing my last FTMO challenge, I have now passed my Forex Funds challenge and I'm currently in the live phase. And in this video, I'm going to break down everything I did in order to pass that challenge of my Forex Funds. I'm going to talk about the strategy that I used, my psychology overall while I was doing the challenges, and then I'm going to finish off with the third part, which is the challenge within a challenge. So make sure to stick around because it was a really hefty ride. So let's start with what strategy did I use to pass the challenge. The main strategy that I used was the Gorilla strategy. I've been trading with this strategy for the last 1.5 years and I was also able to get my live FTMO account through it, but I've also lost it. I do not trade 100% like Gorilla traders do because I have a lot of added discretion onto my trading. But the basis of this strategy is the Gorilla strategy. The foundation of it is the Gorilla strategy. I really recommend it to a lot of people. Make sure to check the reviews that I've made out. And if you are looking for a strategy, if you are looking to maybe learn something new about the market, make sure to check the link in the description. Use my code GTRAF10 and you'll get 10% off, and it will also really help me out. It's a strategy that is simple and effective, but also do not go into it thinking that it is a holy grail for funding capital, because that's not the case. Of course, it can help on your journey into becoming a funded trader, but also understand that that journey is going to be taken by you. You have to put all the work in. The strategy has been laid out, but you have to do the back testing. You have to try it out live. You need to do the ASR. You need to put all the work in. And it's not going to come quick. Like anything that is sustainable long term takes time to build. A lot of people go into it thinking that they will be funded in a week, in a month. But understand that this is a full process. Take it step by step and make sure to make it sustainable. Make sure that you not only get the live account, but in 6 months, you still have it. Can it happen in a week, in a month? Yes, it can. You can get good live market conditions. You can get beginner's luck, so to say. But as I said, it's harder to keep an account than to actually getting it. My process overall since I joined the community was backtesting as much as I can in order to create a near discretionless trading plan, which created a trading plan very similar to the one that my mentor had. And then as I started learning more and more about the market, I started adding discretion onto my strategy and just looking at overall different things just to guide me. And this is how overall I created my own trading plan, the one that I can personally say that I came up with myself. Of course, it's heavily based on one strategy, yes, but that doesn't mean that it is the exact strategy. It's simply the foundation. And because I was able to create my own trading plan, now it makes me a lot more comfortable to take any type of trades because I know that it's my own trading plan. And once you have that, I'm sure that it's really going to improve your confidence. But that takes time. It's not going to happen in a year. You're not going to have enough experience in a year in order to create your own trading plan. And I've been doing this for 2.5 years, only 2.5 years, meaning that there's still a lot for me to learn out there. And in a couple of years, probably I will be trading in a different way because I will just simply have much more knowledge of the market. Someone that is currently like 10 years of their journey in, they're like, look at that guy. He's so happy that he finally passed a challenge. But yeah, it's all a process and I'm more than happy with the position that I'm currently at after 2.5 years. For anyone wondering, it's a price action based strategy that trades breakouts and trades with momentum, with reversals and continuations trades. If you want to see me backtesting my strategy live, make sure to join our live streams that I normally do on the weekends at 10:30 a.m. London. But yeah, that's all I can say about the strategy, to not be disrespectful to them too. Make sure to check the link in the description if you want to join and learn more. When I was doing the 100k challenges, I was putting a heavy burden on my shoulders financially. But now that I started doing smaller challenges, my confidence skyrocketed because there is no financial burden. There is no problem if I pass or fail a challenge financially. It's more than fine for me to lose the fee that I paid for the registration of that challenge. So the only thing now standing between me and passing the challenges is no financial pressure, and it's just me. Are you consistent or not? That's the only question I need to ask myself. This doesn't mean that I was expecting to lose the challenges, not at all, but it simply made me more comfortable during the challenge and the verification. And if you're comfortable, your trading is going to improve. Because if there is a financial burden on your side, it means that you can't lose the challenge for two reasons. One is you're going to lose a lot of money, and two, it's going to prove that you are not profitable yet. And so this adds a lot of pressure. So this decision of mine simply helped me stay calm. And so if there was a trade, there was a trade, and I would take it. If there wasn't a trade, that would be fine too. And I would just sit back and relax. I've backtested my trading plan, which means all the 4 pairs for 3 years, and the average monthly return was 11.5%. So what this means is that if I am able to stick to my trading plan and I just wait patiently, I know that I can pass the challenges because the market will move in my favor. This gives you a hint on how to improve your psychology when you are taking the challenges. Test the shit out of your trading plan and go for as much detail as you need in order to be confident with every single month. I think the verification to a certain extent was the one that weighed more on me because it was the one that I got into a little bit more drawdown, and if I failed the verification, it meant that I was taking one step back in order to reach my goal of becoming a funded trader. And that's where the biggest challenge that I faced came in. The biggest challenge within the challenge that I faced was actually not becoming reckless in my trading. Not risking more, not looking at for trades that are not in my trading plan, not trying to do anything besides my trading plan. But instead of that, remembering myself that I still have time. I've talked about this. 30 days or 60 days is more than enough. And for example, in my Forex funds, you get one extension. But yeah, I almost had to go back to the videos that I've made before on why I failed the FTMO, why I failed challenges, and understanding and getting those lessons feed again to me of you still have enough time, stick to your trading plan. All those things are the only things that are going to make you pass the challenges. It's not you becoming reckless. That's not going to help you. And this was not easy, but you might be asking yourself, why was this not easy? Come on, you've talked about this before. Well, yeah, I've always said in my videos that it's easier said than done. And I started both my accounts, the challenge and the verification, with a little bit of drawdown, the verification a lot more than the challenge. I was 8% in drawdown in the verification. And of course, this is the type of times that you need to pull yourself back and be like, okay, are you sticking to your trading plan? How's your psychology? But I also think it's the type of emotions that you can't really express. You can only feel it if you are going through it. So yeah, it was a hell of a challenge, and I had to pull myself back and ask those exact same questions. Are you sticking to your trading plan? Are you becoming reckless? Are there any psychological blocks that are making you lose percentage? All these questions needed to be answered. But this is when I noticed that I grew as a trader. I pulled myself back, I reviewed my trading plan, I reviewed my trades, I reviewed my emotions, and understood and put it into my head that I only needed to keep sticking to my trading plan to a T in order to be able to simply pass this challenge. And that's what I did. Just as I've said in the previous video, I noticed that I still have a lot of time, and I didn't let time pressure get into my head, and I didn't let percentage pressure also get into my head and make me deviate from my trading plan. That was simply not happening this time. Once I pulled myself together, I was able to reduce my drawdown to just minus 1%. And I still had 20 days left for my verification phase. And it's funny because I had someone asking me, so how's the verification going? And I was like, absolutely great. And obviously the next question is going to be, so how much do you need to reach the profit target? And I was like, I'm running -1%. I still need 6%. And their reaction was like, oh, I thought you were close to passing. And my direct response was, I'm closer to passing right now than I was in the beginning of the verification. It was certainly weird to say. I had 6% that I needed to achieve instead of 5% in the beginning of the verification. But at the same time, because I passed this mental challenge of putting myself together and being like, no, you can do this. You are sticking to your trading plan. I know that I became a lot of a better trader once I reduced that drawdown. And so even though I was in a little bit of drawdown, I knew that I was a better trader than when I started the verification, meaning that I was closer to achieving the 5% profit target than in the beginning. I was more capable. Overall, it was a great challenge, and I don't say this just because of the outcome, but also because of what it means to my trading and my growth as a trader. But now, going forward, what am I going to do? So going forward, my plan is to only risk 0.5% until I'm able to build a 3% buffer, and I'm not going to be doing any other challenges. This is going to make sure that I increase my confidence while trading live, which then will help me scale into other accounts. Once I feel comfortable with the live account, then I'm going to start doing other challenges, but I have to do it step by step. I can't just jump from challenge to challenge and then still be trading my live account and all these things. No, take it step by step, go calmly. There is no rush. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. How many times have you heard that? But it's true. But I know that once I am more confident in this live account, I will be able to scale more and become a better trader as a side effect. Okay, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check this video out where I talk about the #1 problem that mostly newly funded traders face. And if you think this is worth it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this video too. And subscribe to the channel, obviously. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Peace.